Zlurpcast!
This is an unboxing. I'm on the bottom, right?
Yep.
Oh, you guys.
Reverse pyramid.
Yeah. Reverse pyramid, like the Zurich building in Schomburgland. So we've got Valdric in the flannel. He is in a lab of sorts behind him. Maybe we'll see a Bunsen burner appear, in his
Is there an
pants.
eye wash station near there?
Yeah. The yellow sign at the back right here.
Yeah.
Are you certified in eye washing,
Yes.
Professor? Okay. RateMyProfessor.com, search Valdric. Nothing will come up. Biran is there, and the Fantasy Star shirt? Okay.
Yeah.
Fantasy Star 1
Yes.
from Sega Master System.
Yep.
Last one I was good at. I am here, and I don't like this. Look at this thing on my shirt. It looks like a cum stain. It's not a weird Elvira shirt. So it's from.
Is that like a sticker that you took off and left gum behind?
It was a sticker I forgot to take off before washing it. I generally will wash clothes before I wear them, and I wasn't paying attention. So it wasn't a price tag. It was like a, Gildan official or whatever, and it's 3 washes in.
Oh man,
I might have to do Goo Gone on a shirt, which I don't know how that would even work. It might work. Probably will work.
In my travels, a funny Gildan, no, not funny, but a Gildan side story is I was looking at, whenever I go to the national parks, I like to get a t-shirt from the national park I'm at.
Yeah.
But I will not buy one that's a Gildan.
Why is that?
I just think they're uncomfortable and boxy in shape, and I don't like them.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Not a Gildan guy.
No.
If I had a character that wore only Gildan, I would call him Gil-Dan. Gil-Dan. And he went by both names. Like, you can call him Gil, friends call him Dan. It's the guy in the plain green shirt, however.
That's a good Kill Team name for a Kill Team character, Gildan.
Gildan red shirt, he dies first.
Gildan green shirt.
And Gildan green. Well, Gildan green is the leader.
I would leave the front unpainted.
Yeah, of course. Well, it makes it easy for all of us. Who wants to do freehand on that shit? So I got this Kill Team box set here, and so does Biran, and so does Mike. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, there's already been unboxings. You're a couple of weeks too late. To that I say, who the fuck cares? Don't watch. I don't care.
Nobody's watching anyway.
No one's watching anyway. But we just got ours a few days ago. And it's a big
normal
box.
Retail purchases, not given to us free,
Right.
Oh, fair point, Mike. Yeah, like if we want to shit all over the game, we will and we can, because we bought it. This was $200, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys got yours from Grognard Games
In Roswell, Illinois. Yeah.
Roswell. I got mine from a new store here in West Des Moines called Mayhem Collectibles and Comics, and they got everything.
Is that huge one?
Huge place, huge gaming area, huge new comic section, huge trade like library of sorts. And then of course, that's not even like, I didn't even send you pictures of the actual like miniatures and game section. You got all that. There's a Funko Pop aisle. I've never been in it, won't ever go in it. But outside of that, I've been in every aisle, and it's a great store. Did you guys get this with your pre-order, a little fun pack?
No.
No, you should probably talk.
I didn't get I got 2 pins. That was it.
Okay.
But I didn't get the dog tags.
Yeah, the friendly folks there said, we got yours in the back. I was going to pull one off the shelf. I said, you know what, let me just double check, because they might have them aside, and I don't want to screw up the inventory. Well, much to my chagrin, if that's even the right expression, usually that's the negative, but much to my joy, here it is. They gave me a little something off just for funsies. Wasn't expecting that. And more importantly, this was taped to the side. So before we begin the unboxing, let's begin the outer boxing. This right here is a dog tag. Would it be cool if they actually put my name on there because they knew I pre-ordered it?
If it was Mantic, they put your name on it twice.
They would. In tape though. So we got first one the Kill Team logo. And we've got here Trooper, Astra Militarum, blood type Omega certified. How'd they know? I was actually, it's pretty good. Like I remember a few years ago, I was doing a radio thing with some army dudes at like a local supermarket, and they were making dog tags on the spot for kids. And you know, they're novelty. This is actually pretty good. Like, so
like they didn't go as cheap as they could have.
They didn't. Oh, here's the pins. That what you got, Mike?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Guess what? Those are my throwaways. Your freebies are my throwaways. Here we have, I thought they were cards, but I believe they're sleeves. Cool. Kill Team sleeves. And are these unit cards? By the way, you guys might have watched some things. I know Xtreme has watched a lot of Kill Team videos, and I really haven't. It's kind of like with movie previews for me. If I know I'm going to see something already, I don't need to be bothered with such things as getting hyped up for. I'm already hyped.
I watched Wisconsin Thumb Rings. More so his compendium stuff.
Yeah.
This is, I don't even know what these are.
Art cards.
4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 2 out of 5. But there's nothing on them.
Art cards.
Oh, that all it is?
Yeah.
So those could probably get thrown out too.
I'll keep them. I don't know what for. The dog tags are really cool. It's probably the best part of that.
Are you gonna wear them to the store?
You know what? I might. Maybe I will.
You guys up for some Kill Team?
Yeah, and then like it's like a challenge coin, and I show them, and they have to let me win. Those are the rules. So as far as the box goes, you guys got all this too. Heft.
It is one of their thicker boxes.
Yeah. It would probably so it's the size of the Dominus box, bigger than Necromunda, bigger than like Space Hulk, size. So they're bigger one there. The books inside, Kill Team core rule book. This was sealed, cracked it open. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a little prep work. I know it's an unboxing, you should do it fresh, but then I didn't even look at it. So I could have actually left it sealed.
Did you get a good sniff though?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not like it used to be. Like it used to smell like old England, those old books. And now, like they're still made, printed in China. Printed by CNC in China. Is that the Music Factory? The same. Octarius book here. Probably rules and background and missions for the 2 kill teams in the box.
Yep, all the models, all the rules for the models, the rules for the kill team, what your kill team has to be made up of.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty stock, right? There isn't a lot of okay, I don't want the special weapon guy.
What you could, and we get to this now. What I built the orcs, and what you could do is you could make 9 just straight up boys if you want, because the kill team has your knob and then 9 various boys, and you could do 1 each of each special weapon guy, or you could just do 9 boys.
Okay. So your choice.
Yeah.
You
I could see that was one thing. I was like, well, if you build all the special weapon guys, you have 2 boys, regular boys left over after that. And then you got the bomb squig and the grot guy.
What's the advantage to building just boys then? Because there's no points.
A lot of the special guys have very specific uses, it seems. I can't think of a good reason why you wouldn't take at least one of the DACA guys, the sniper guys. They just seem better. There's one guy that's just close combat. So
you think it's to make these a boys unit in 40K just to have that?
Yeah,
options?
Yeah, I think so. It's nice that the option is there for each special weapons guy. You can also just use different arms and stuff and make it a boy.
Maybe if you trade with a friend, you guys trade models, and you get another set.
You get a big set of boys if you want to. I want to try out the comms guy, but he sucks, so I'm going to swap him out with a boy.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I didn't build the Imperial Guard guys yet, so I can't say for sure.
I guess if you build the boys, then you use the rules in the compendium, correct?
No, because you could do the command, because Commandos have special rules. but you could have all just boys, but they
Oh,
still get the
they're-
special commando rules.
Commando boys, as
Yeah,
opposed to just
commando
orc
boys. They're not just base boys. They got extra stuff.
Okay, base boys.
Mm-hmm.
Some counters. You know, they tend to get a little different with each round of these. Essentially, they're the same.
Yeah.
They have, you know, your objectives, you have statuses, and it looks like things you pick up. I see ammo crates and frag grenades on there, melta bombs and whatnot. The how to build everything book.
Yep.
From which you always want. At this point, we, you know,
Yeah, you're not going to figure it out on your.
now ad nauseum, if you will, on this show. You need instructions. Gone are the days of, I'm a man, I don't use instructions. Boom, I'm just going to put them together how it makes sense. Well, you can, but they're going to be fucked up.
Yeah, these aren't tactical Marines.
No, you're at some point you're going to have an arm that's not the right one. Like if you screw up, if you like transpose two arms like on two different models, one of them might fit with some extra plastic glue, but then the other one's completely fucked up. So why not do it right from the beginning and follow along? I'm guessing there's terrain in here too.
Yep.
Terrain, okay.
Yeah, lots of terrain.
Yeah, terrain instructions, which, you know, this is a little more free form. I would imagine you can probably do what you want because it's.
And I haven't
terrain.
checked online yet, but was it Warcry that had the wrong terrain instruction?
Yeah, that was actually funny you mentioned that. It was the Warcry buildings.
Yeah.
If you build them like out of the book, they're not going to fit the way the missions are. So here's the thing: a lot of people that got all the Warcry stuff are not even playing the game of Warcry anymore and using it for just Age of Sigmar terrain anyway. So at this point, who the fuck cares?
Yep.
Very cool orc terrain in this box. I think these, like, I really like the stuff with Speed Freaks box a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
There's like the piles of like tires and other like junk. This, I mean, it's like next level with the walls, you know, full on junkyard, build your own Sanford and Son Adepticon style. People were building these like as little like pods, but also together too, I saw, right?
Yeah, combine to make bigger buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Here's one of the ones that most people are familiar with now because they came in both the Speed Freaks box and the old Orc Kill Team box. It had like a crane in there, I think, too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, before we go further in that, one thing I thought was really cool, while I didn't really look at the real rules much, I did make a note, and it was, hey, main guy, flip to page 74 when you get a chance. And I don't remember what's on 74, but I remember a note to myself, and I said, self, at some point go to 74. Nope, just kidding, it's not 74. It is 70.
69.
Oh, is it in I was gonna say Octarius book. That's got to be the one. Is there a 74 in there? There
It's
is.
scrap pile.
That's what it was. The fact that there's rules for a scrap pile, you know, I come from the old school. We made our own scrap pile rules. Now they're like, you know what? If you kids don't have an imagination and you don't know how to make scrap pile rules for yourself, we're going to give you scrap pile rules. That's kind of cool. I don't know what it does. You get like your foot caught in a pile of scrap, maybe. And you got to take some dangerous terrain.
It's like it's a loose collection of scraps, so it's not, you can't get a good purchase on it, so it's harder to get through.
I like it. It's a good investment in scrap. All that orc terrain is just phenomenal. I already want another set of these.
And from what I've seen, people who just set up the board with the terrain that's included, it's a perfect amount of terrain for the board.
For Kill Team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to make like an, I don't know, like an, you know, I want to make like an orc strip club or something out of this. You know what I mean? Like From Dusk Till Dawn with Cheech Orc on the outside saying what he said in that movie on the outside. Everybody. Yeah. We got all kinds of war. So that, don't drop that. Here are the models. These are definitely the standard Death Corps of Krieg. I guess, could you also make Steel Legion if you wanted to? Those were the same guys, right? Or am I wrong in my Orc 40K lore?
Steel Legion were metal, and GW, and Death Guard were Death Corps were Forge World, but they
were kind of
essentially the same. Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of like they were both the gas mask trench coat guys, which are, a lot of people's favorites, which is awesome that they made plastic ones. I'd love to see like Vostroyans, the later Russians, come out in plastic. Valhallans were the first ones that were like that, but I really like the Vostroyans a lot.
The Mordians that were the Marine dress uniform.
Mordians were phenomenal. Yeah, Paul, you right, had those. And, if you had the metal ones, there was only, I think, 8 models variant wise. So, you're buying however many copies of the same ones. And of course, now with the scales of everything, those may not look as good. The thing is, the Cadian plastics, I know they're really old at this point, probably close to 20 years old, at least 15. They're still pretty good. I don't think they're that. Yeah, they're not that bad. I know a lot of people may call them derp. I don't think they're
good. Generic space troopers is what they look like.
Yeah, they're not that bad. Now the Catachans, different story.
Yeah,
those were fucked up to begin with because they had like the messed up bicep proportions, and they didn't even look like what they were supposed to, which was supposed to be like Predator guys, not Predator, like the Marines in Predator. They didn't even look like that. They were supposed to look like that. So I would have liked to see at some point a cleanup of that, But these are really cool. Looking at them now, it is very much, as Biran said, like you got to build them as is. I would imagine you could probably change out some hands and like guns if you're careful, but you got to build them as is first.
Yep.
These are not like coat, shoes, or coat, like legs, arms, and mix and match at all. None of that, which is fine. We're used to that now, I guess. More terrain. Got some tanks, not like tanks, but like tanks of something. Corpse starch, maybe. Is that what fuels them? If you believe it does, then it does. What is this? Is this part of it? This looks like Imperial.
That's the measuring stuff.
That's the widget.
Oh, that's right. This is the
plastic one too.
The widgets. And yes, the plastic widgets. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Mike, what's the story with these? There's already some uproar.
There's the metal ones. They made a special limited run of metal widgets. And,
I'm sorry. Is your name Mike?
I'm sorry. I was the one that first posted in the group, so I thought you were talking to me.
I saw Mike post something. What did
Mike
he say?
posted that's why he hates gamers.
Okay. All right, Biran. So the metal ones. How did you get the metal ones? Who got those?
I think I don't know if Todd has them, but they're for sale. I don't know if they sold out, if they're limited or anything.
Oh, that wasn't a promo thing. That was like if you want to buy them separately, you get the metal ones. Otherwise, plastics in the box.
Or you could buy the plastic ones too.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I guess the metal ones are like 1 millimeter shorter.
Yeah,
on one of the sides.
Man, I'm sorry. It is 1 dick hair short. I mean, come on. At this point, come on, we're doing that. We've got some, looks like the command sprue going with the guard dudes, or just extra weapons, actually. Not really command per se, although there is like comm stuff. Some cool accessories, things that Biran would probably not put on because he's like, what if I put them on? I have to paint them.
Yep.
Like there's like a shovel or something.
Unless it's covering up some hole or there's a slot for it to go in, I'm not putting extra pouches and grenades on.
You wouldn't put like canteens on there?
No.
You're
not expected to live long enough to need water.
That's true. And then you got to like roll to see if they refill in between games. That's what I would do. Here is an orc sprue.
One of the orc backpacks has 2 coffee mugs on it.
Oh, let's look for that.
That was a nice touch.
This one looks like it's got a Keurig machine on it. classic rocket launcher orcs where they got the rockets like just kind of like,
Yep.
Hey, they're going to shoot off. I'm going to hit a button. They're going to shoot. We'll figure it out, paint it red, and that's how things work. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff on there. There's, sluggas you can attach. You could, yeah, but this is very much, so now I'm looking at it now from a building standpoint. This is very much
together really well.
That's good.
That's the
But
rock.
you got to build it as is too, once again.
Yeah, but like I like that the knob guy, your options are Power Claw or Big Choppa. So obviously you go with the Power Claw.
Obviously.
You know what? I will say this to Games Workshop's credit with all the comments regarding build them. So like this bit right here, this axe. I mean, at the most, if you say, well, I'm going to use it, for my bits box, put another guy, you might have to shave down the opposite like armpit part, to make it fit. But that's a usable bit. So is this one. So is this one, armed with a slugga.
And you'll have a lot of those.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a lot of, while the bodies are definitely you got to build the ones that go with the ones, there's enough weapons. Like if you get another set of these, you could throw in your box and you can use them on whatever works you want. They're not like,
if you don't build all boys, you're going to have a lot of left extra arms, shootas and choppas.
But like I said, they're cut off in the right spot though.
Right.
So
it's only like the two-hand stuff where you're not going to be able to use it. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a little tougher on there. Here's the big orc sprue with the majority of stuff on there.
Fair warning, when you're building this stuff, you'll be like, you need part C 101, 102, 103. There's a good chance they're all on 3 different sprues.
Lovely. Backpacks are way bigger than they used to be. I like it.
Well, it's because they're commando special ops guys.
Yeah. Well, they had I think they're Forge World now, the old commandos that they went from metal to resin, and they were not nearly as cool as these.
Like the Grot, you probably can't even see because he's so small, but the Grot he's got a scuba mask and flippers on his backpack. So
that's awesome.
He's like a Navy SEAL Grot guy.
These are really cool.
The Bobs, I really, at first I wasn't sure about the bomb squig, but he's just got so many explosives strapped to him. I just can't wait.
Yeah, he's cool looking.
I'm excited these are in plastic because I had the resin ones and they started to chip away. And maybe that was my fault, maybe it wasn't. I did the normal primer that I always did, but and I washed them like I always do with resin, but they were just not done well. I don't know. Some Forge World was good for me, some was bad. It's resin. So, but the bomb squig, while I like the old model, it was always kind of like rubbing off. The paint was coming off these.
The one hiccup I found was with the comms boy. He's got like this shotgun that does stun, but then the cable doesn't connect to his backpack. It's like it
doesn't need to. It's orcs,
but it does in the picture of the model,
right? And your model has a Wi-Fi upgrade.
That's right.
Why would you plug in when you can?
Like at first I was like, am I not gluing the arms on right? But then the hoses matched up because there's like 3 sections of hose that glue together. So I know I put it together right, but it's just short.
Are you sure there wasn't 4 sections of hose and you thought there was 3?
I checked. Yeah, I looked I could have messed up. That's always possible. But
there's a one of the newer Sisters of Battle. I think it's the either the heavy flamer or multi-melta has a lot of these multi-piece cords.
Oh yeah,
cable, and it's not cool.
That's one of my pet peeves. And these, all the ones where the cords kind of come together, work perfectly.
Yeah, good. These are some of the best orc models I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and then they're just great. They even improved on like the stick bombs. You know what I mean? How do you improve on that? They put some with like tape, wrapping around them. So that way, when it's attached to a backpack, it looks like it's attached as opposed to just what we would do, just glue them on and it just, it's just on there. Like I said, the backpacks have a fuck ton of detail on them, little monitors. Looks like a lot of little gadgets on there.
Yeah. The commandos, they look like special forces guys.
Yeah. That's really cool. If you like the look of like the Dead Zone orcs, this is that times 100. It's fucking great.
Yeah, even the knob with the hat. I like that he's got a cap on.
Yeah, that is cool stuff. There is also, as I go through this very hefty box, so that's the books and a bunch of models. Then you get the classic separator, a little wrinkly this time. These are good to put on a wall. I still can. I still might. You know, I got to decorate these walls that you're seeing here that I just moved into. So I still might. We have what they call D6s. I don't know if you guys need a quick look at these. They have what's called pips, and there's D6 of them. No, actually, there's more. These, for those, and everyone's wondering, Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team Octarius Dice Pack. Let me know if you want me to read the SKU on this one. I think the game only works with these. I'm not sure. I think you have to use those. No D10s. How will we generate names, Biran?
D66.
Oh, well, I don't have those either. I have D6s. Did you?
Yep.
How do you do that?
You have to order them special. You have to clip out your proof of purchase on the box and send it in, and they'll ship you a D66.
Okay, cool.
Romantic point. Get them.
I'm looking forward to getting that. I'm hoping it's like basically it's like a golf ball, like a D100.
Yeah.
How bummed were we when we found the last Kill Team where we saw D10s in the picture of the product and we're like, oh my God, they're going to use D10s for something. It was literally just for naming your character.
Yeah, that is disappointing. If I was making a war game, especially a skirmish game, I would use D10s for all my stats.
Yeah.
Gives you enough separation so that way, like just as a quick example, for years, 40K, you have strength and toughness. And from 3 to 4, from human to space marine is a gigantic leap in both the game, makes a huge difference. But then if you get into all the fluff, it's like, well, actually, it kind of feels like there's more levels. Everyone's not from, you're either regular or superhuman. So wouldn't you like to have that? Plus probabilities and this and that, you can make it like percentiles. D10s would be great. Spaces, looks like we have a classic new GW variety of 32s, 28s, and 25s.
No, I think it's just 32s and 25s.
Oh, no, none of the new ones? Are they stopping that? Which I don't mind.
All the orcs are on 32s except for the squig and the grot, which are on 25s.
Okay, I think you're right. Yeah, so they're doing away with that new size that everyone was mad about.
Yeah.
Well, it's either go to the new size or don't, you know?
Yeah, and if you go to it, you would just have to say all the old, it's like
anything that's 25 goes to 28, done.
Right, everything, yeah, exactly. So it's just a step up, but that's fine. Card packs, let's crack them open, see what we get.
It's like missions and stuff.
I hope it's kind of like the Warcry style, where you have like cards that tell you different things, you know, like this one's deployment, this one's mission. So these are missions: Headhunter, Challenge, Routes, Execution. They're all part of the Seek and Destroy category. Hold the line, protect assets, damage limitation, part of security. Upload viral code, implant, sabotage, all part of infiltration. Mark target, triangulate, cool word. Plant signal beacon, under the recon. And faction tac op 1, 2, 3. Is that for deployment? It might be. So you have missions based on category underneath it there. Someone watching, it's like, he doesn't even know what they mean. Yeah, I know, I haven't played yet. What do you expect me to do? Research before I play?
I'm waiting for Tony to explain it to me.
Here's what I do. I find a gullible enough opponent. I say, let's play. I say, did you read anything? And they say, nope. And they ask me, and I say, nope. And we start on page 1, and we just find our way.
I just say, yes, I did. It's like, oh, I think I won. No, I play TAC Op 1. That means I win.
You cheat up, as we call that. When you don't know a rule, assume it's one better than what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're sure to have your opponent say, oh, wait a minute. Like, I got you. Spaghetti. I got you. You have to now tell me what the rule is. These are more missions.
I think are they the same? And one's for the orcs, one's for the Imperial Guard guys.
But why are they the same?
So each person has their own set of cards.
Different backs though, but they're the same cards, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So one goes to, because it's a 2-player starter set.
You know what? They stole that idea from Death Path, the game.
Mhm.
Stole it. I had 2 of the same decks with different color backs. I was the first one to do that in existence of games. They have stolen it. Expect a letter, Jervis. I know you don't even work for them anymore, but that's who I send letters to. And then we have at the bottom, boards. This is probably 44
22 by something, right?
Well, 22 by 30, right?
Sounds right. It's the same
Okay.
size as the previous Kill Team and Warcry.
Yeah. So Desert, Orc Junkyard. I still prefer mats, but I like these 2 because they're already pre-sized.
And they're
What do you
the,
guys prefer?
I prefer a mat, and I actually finally will get to use, I have 2 neoprene mats of that size that I got at Adepticon 2019.
Oh, nice. The last Adepticon there was.
There ever will be, yes.
There ever will be. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Adepticon 2019. Mike, what do you prefer? You like when they give you a board, playing on the board, or you still like mats?
Oh, mats all the way.
Okay.
But it's nice that they give you a board, though, because you don't always have a mat.
The board is better than nothing.
Listen.
And it's cardboard, it's not paper.
Right. You would be given a paper board if the powers that be had their way. So we get cool cardboard ones. Got to watch how you fold them up. Do a little too quick, boom, bam, you start peeling it apart. And it's not good. But here's the thing. I like playing on the boards. I prefer mats. But there's something I really enjoy about busting this out and knowing the size is set.
Right.
It's in the middle of a table, and everything on the outside of it is your staging area, rolling area, whatever. This is the board. I really like that. I like that I don't have to measure things off, and then I don't know what it is. But all things being considered, of course, I'd rather play on the mat. Just more friendly.
And I'm sure there's more and more of those available now because they were fresh off the presses at who is it? Fat Mat. At when I got them, I got 2 sci-fi Fat Mats of the exact same proportions.
Yeah. So is this double-sided?
Yep.
You guys open your chat?
I think it should be, yeah. That's how they always have been.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I'll open this. I'll open this one. It is an unboxing after all.
Yeah.
What am I going to save it?
But it's
Same
weird. I
thing.
wonder if they're doing the same thing where when you buy the standalone scenery packs for Kill Team, where it comes with the board and the scenery,
Mhm.
they fold differently than the one that came in the starter box. So you can't just have a perfectly sized stack.
Why would you want that?
I don't know, because OCD, like most gamers.
Care about your stack size?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't given a shit about my stack size in years. Don't care. Trying to see if it smells, but then I smell everything. What's on the back? Not even look. I haven't seen it yet.
Desert.
Yeah.
Oh, it's exactly the same as the first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's kind of lame, but that's all right. Like that's clearly a missed opportunity. Why would you? And
Yeah.
it's not even the same. I use the word same, but it's the same style.
Right.
But if
They should have done one that's more imperial and one that's more orky.
I want to be careful. You can get a while open this. So this one it's got little pieces of a Evil Sun's Orcanaut or Morcanaut on there. Meanwhile, the other side is literally the same with the same pieces. It is a different print.
It is one thing that GW does better than most companies. When you get a starter thing, they give you actually a cardboard board, not paper.
Agreed. They give you everything you need. It's a different print, but literally the exact same thing. Kind of strange. Like, why wouldn't you make one like the moon lunar? That
I think they should have one that's like an imperial base and one that's orky.
So that's all right. Minor complaint. Doesn't matter. The actual box, the big box, is going to be a nice one to put on the old shelf for your
Good for a shelfie.
Shelfies. A lot of people have a shellfish allergy. Anyone have a shelfie allergy? I do. Anyway, back to the models. They are phenomenal, and the terrain is phenomenal. they seem to get better with every release. What's your guys' favorite like components of this game? Because you both have yours as well.
The orc models for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mike, same.
Yeah.
What about junk piles?
I have so much from the Kill Team boxes before when they release the scenery packs that I might trade them in the scenery. Because I have so much, I have like 4 Kill Team sets with boards from the previous version.
Yeah,
so I might trade those in and maybe even them gardens, see what Todd gives me in trade.
Okay. It's kind of like a poor thing to do on your.
Yeah, but I got to save up for more Mezco action figures.
You're trying to brag that doesn't make you poor. It's nice. Does it have a snap activation?
Yes, it does.
It's like, no, I'll break it and buy a new one. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it doesn't have a snap, but it does come with an infinity gauntlet.
Oh, very nice.
That lights up.
That's more based off of the movie Thanos, correct?
No, Thanos. No, this kind of looks like the one from the comic too.
Because my Marvel Legends is more bluish hue, old school.
The Mezco, they call it Mezcofication,
Like,
where they kind of mix the two a little bit.
Yeah. No, I think it looks
the
great.
shoulder armor is very comic booky.
Yeah, it looks great. Mine's just super because it's a Marvel Legend. It's not as good as that one, obviously.
Right.
It's very cartoony, so it's not.
It's the one where what he fled in the Thanos helicopter in the comic. You see that classic one?
The old school one. Yeah. Well, it doesn't come with the helicopter.
No.
I wonder if he fits in MODOK's chair.
Like if you just took the biological components of MODOK and just ripped them out and sat in the chair.
I told you, I think you have it now in that Deadpool omnibus, but there's a lot of fun MODOK chair activity that goes on. Like
I'm a big MODOK fan, so
like the smells in it and everything. You're gonna really like it. It's all your kind of humor. Like you're really into like humor that gets into like smelling seats.
Yeah,
that's your.
That's my wheelhouse. The seat smell.
Yeah, that's your genre. Like Carrot Top did props. You're into like smelling seats.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump into this real quick here. You guys all have your core rule book, right?
Yep.
Mike, if you could start us off and start reading on page 4, please. I'll take this one. Welcome to the kill zone. All right, that's all we got. Did you guys know that Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team is a tabletop miniatures game set in the grim darkness of the far future? You take control of a team of highly trained operatives conducting vital and dangerous missions against their rivals in an action-packed skirmish.
You find it funny that, and I think this is in the compendium where the Custodes have more variety in their units and their kill team than Space Marines.
Yeah, and more than they probably have in actual 40K too.
Yeah.
So
you'll get 3, but
3 guys.
I think that's how it was in Kill Team too, because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
And now it's no longer like each character has a lot more wounds.
Yeah.
So, which gives it more variety between individual characters too. So like, 1 wound, you're dead. 2 wounds, you're dead.
You would think I would like the Custodes a little bit. I have no interest in them, even though for years before they made models and rules for them, they sounded like the coolest things ever when you would read about them. And then once they came out with rules and models, I was like, not for me.
I liked them when I finally saw someone not paint them gold.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know what it is. It's just that maybe like it's like seeing a movie or TV show after you read the book or something where it felt off to me.
It didn't live up to your expectations.
It did not. That's all right.
Some things I like their jet bikes. I think those are awesome.
Those are pretty good. They're no dick bikes, but
no,
ribbed for his pleasure. So in this book, you have the basics of the game. There is going to be a little bit of that typical, hey, if this is the first thing you ever bought for the 40K universe, here's what Eldar are.
When we say D6, we mean this.
Right, the basics. But then when you get to the core rules on page 52, there's a whole section called the Tools of War. And I first thought that was the name of Biran's new gaming club. And apparently it's not. Tools of War are the widgets that you get in the game. Metal ones, if you get those. You think people, if they get the metal ones, you put some Nuln on there, give them a nice...
Yeah.
Get them greased up.
Corrosion on there, you know.
I wonder if they use some putty to make it that 1 millimeter longer so it's even with the plastic one.
Wouldn't you want them shorter though?
No, you always want more because you move up to that limit.
Yeah.
You never have to go to the full.
Yeah.
But here's what I think is going to happen with the people with the metal wiggets. They're going to say, well, I get a little more movement because this is a shorter thing. So they're going to fudge it like by an inch.
Yeah, right. A little more means an inch,
Yeah.
as opposed to what it really is, which is like
A
2
millimeter.
millimeters.
Yeah.
If that. If it's one of my dick hairs, then 3.
If it's a gray one, it's thicker, right? The gray ones come in thicker.
Yeah, the gray ones. Well, they're more wise.
Mhm.
You know, they're wiser. And by the way, just to clarify, I know the comments is going to be, blowing up. When I say dick hair, I mean hair in that region. It doesn't have to be. I mean, not a lot of dick hair, but
Yeah, your actual dick doesn't have a lot of hair on
I just shaved, by the way, and I got a gray patch here. But
it. It
I think
looks
it's
like you
also,
might have a birthmark and it's making you discolor.
Oh, you know what it was? So I used a brand new razor today, and I just got a little fucking reckless with it because it was like I looked very Jason Matsoukas for the last 9 days without shaving, and I just kind of like whatever. So we'll look at it tomorrow.
Yeah, last time I saw Ryan, friend of the show, his beard had shortened quite a bit. I go, did you have a trimming accident? And you just had it. Oh, it's uneven. Oh, it's uneven.
Wow. Is he trying to look younger?
No, I think he just had a trimming accident, so he had to take off more than.
You really did have a trimming accident.
Yeah.
See, I would think like if he has a trimming accident on his balls, he would grow his actual beard longer to
cover it,
cover his balls. So he can, like, if he stands erect, for example, it just kind of like covers.
Well, and if you're erect down there, it's easier to hide because it tends to go up, so you don't have to worry about the droop.
What do you mean it? What is it? What did you mean it?
Yeah.
Oh, penis.
Yeah.
Pen 15, if you will.
Yes.
Battle structure. Initiative. What is turning point? Is that just like new turn?
Round. Yeah.
Round.
They had to come up with their own name.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't put like an E on the end and trademark it. Initiative phase, strategy phase, firefight phase. Tell you what, 3 phases better than 6. It's a good start to a game. Less phases, the better. I prefer the argue about rules phase and then move models phase, and then we call it a day.
Yeah.
We go grab a Coke together and call it a day. Initiative phase, ready your models, determine initiative. Boom, 1 page. Yeah, that's for real. Phase 1 is 1 page. That's a win in my book, literally in my book.
It's 1 page to say, turn 1 scenario says who goes first, then roll a D6.
I see your 1 page, Mike, and I will also give you 1 page. Strategy phase, generate command points. We got some sub phases. Play strategic ploys. That's cards, I'm guessing, right? And 3, target reveal. Whoever has initiative, alternate, revealing tac ops. And then you do your stratagems, if you will, whatever they're called in this game. Strategic ploys, rather. 3, firefight phase. That's the stuff. Perform your actions. So we've got page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the big one.
Yeah.
Phase 1 is easy. Phase 2 is easy. Phase 3 is 9 pages. Then you get to the wounds and damage. You got a couple of tau on the page, like, we did it, boys. Let's hop back in the Mansa and try to get shot down. That's not how they sound. It's like way too manly. They're like, we did it. We did it, boys. Let's try to get shot down in the Mansa. Oops. Well, I'm Cog. That's me. Line of sight rules without looking at them. Is this normal or is this shitty? You tell me, guys. Line of sight good in this game?
It was odd. In most games I've played, it was if you are within so close to the terrain actually gives you cover. If you're more than 3 inches away, it doesn't. In this game, it's the opposite.
Okay.
And
You know what I like in games when you say base touching terrain, base not touching terrain.
yeah,
One is cover, one is intervening, maybe a minus.
Yeah.
I like just keeping it simple. I have not really delved into this. I would like to think, because it's 2 pages and mostly images, it's not going to be bad. But how many times have all of us, including you, the viewer, been burned on what you thought was easy line of sight cover rules, and then you realize, oh, we're gonna have to house rule something. We'll see. I don't know yet. This is not a rules discussion episode. This is an unboxing. We'll just give our initial thoughts. Got the kill zones here, moving through terrain. You got traverse, jump, climb, drop. I notice in a lot of games, people don't use rules for like dropping models. Why is that? Never feel like looking it up?
yeah, and you rarely fall.
But don't you think it would be cool, but why no one does it? But doesn't it seem like what a cool thing to do? I'm gonna use a shotgun and knock your guy off a building, but we never do it. Why?
Was it Warcry that had that specific rule where you're always rolling to see if you fall off terrain?
Yeah,
It got a little cumbersome because it's like, oh, did you fall? Oh, did you fall? Oh,
because you could crawl up the building, fight, and then you'd fall. You know, and
They were going overboard. Like, we know nobody does falling damage. We're gonna make you. It's gonna be part of the sequence.
Did you see the rule about barricades? It seems similar to Star Wars Legion, where each player gets a set amount of barricades to put out.
Is that under the terrain features page?
Look at terrain traits. Barricades are terrain that players set up before a battle. They are circle wide,
Oh, just that
triangle
first
tall.
page.
But it's one of the steps is step 10 in setting up the match play sequence is set up barricades.
Okay. I like that in Star Wars Legion a lot.
I do too, because it's like, oh, I'm screwed by terrain, but at least I could put these out here and get to where I want to go.
yeah.
That game's probably my favorite. Well, it's probably like my favorite, just straight up war game rules. But more specifically, terrain rules. And to some, it's probably too simple. Don't really care. I like that if I'm touching it, it's this, and if my leader's touching it, it's this. Yeah. I don't. As far as rules go, this is not the video for that because we don't. It's not. We'll have an actual episode on new Kill Team, which will overwrite the previous Kill Team. It'll still be there in the archives, but there'll be a new score. Kill Team KT21, as they're saying online. I don't know if I'm on board with KT21.
No.
I'm trying to make it sound like it's like a thing. Open play. Does that do whatever you want, which is typical now with the new GW stuff?
I always skip over that section, so I don't know.
That's my favorite section to pretend I play. It's like, man, how cool would it be to just bring your models, first, find your best mate, bring your models, and you roll some dice, I roll some dice, we shake hands, and you call it a day.
When Age of Sigmar first came out, just start putting models out, see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Oh, you put 10 goblins out, I put 20 mechs out.
I get flashbacks when I was a kid, and they didn't have rules like this back then, but Raul Partha put out like a 2-page rule set. Had nothing to do with point values or how to build armies, so we just played with what we had. And my friend had like 3 times what the rest of us did, and it always sucked.
Was he like had more money? His family did better?
Yeah, he had a paper out, so yeah.
Oh man. Mike,
and the idea that maybe you should have the same number of models, he's like, no, I have all these. I'm going to use them. Of course I have.
I have these. Mike, tell the viewers
again.
Not only what a paper route is, but what a paper is. First, explain what a newspaper is, then explain why it's a kid's job. And they're like, sorry, you lost me at kid job?
My kids just have a credit card to get what they want.
Yeah.
Fun fact, when I was around 18, 19, I took a second job doing a paper route in my car at 3 a.m, and I lasted a week. And I'm like, this is a lot of work, and I'm very tired. And a dog is going to bite me and maul me at 3 a.m. at somebody's house. I'm not doing this. Spec Ops is the stratagems now, correct?
Yeah.
No? Okay. No, those are wait. No, Spec Ops is a campaign objective that you achieve over multiple games. That's not what that is.
Okay.
So if you're playing a game, I'm on page 110. I'm guessing you go through 1, elimination, 2, recover archaeotech, 3, perform a ritual. You know, like Biran, he has to like wash his left nuts 6 times and his right one 4 times, and he's going to go crazy. Like there's actually a performed ritual. 4, demolition, 5, infiltrate the enemy, 6, purge order, 7, breakout, 8, extraction, 9, honor bound, 10, secure district. That's kind of cool. So then in your narrative play, you go through various missions on there. And are you guys going to do this with your upcoming Kill Team campaign or no?
It depends who's running it, I guess.
Yeah. If Ryan's running it, yeah.
I bet you're going to get through the first couple and then you're just going to play some games and not do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I hope I'm
we did a
wrong.
narrative one. We did a narrative Kill Team with the last version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just you, Biran, saying like, I don't like the composition of your army, -3 points?
No, it was I made special missions for each army. Like Mike's
did.
Nurgle guys had to come all over the Eldar plants.
Yeah.
No.
And we did.
Does it space come?
Well, it was Fetulent come.
Was it spum?
He had to desecrate the Eldar woods.
Yeah.
And he did it the only way he knew how. With ropey strings of cum. That's for Todd. That discussion's for Todd.
Yes.
I would have used silly string and just pretended.
Thank you.
Why get really messy?
Well, and there's more mission stuff in the book that has the 2 armies in it.
Yeah.
I like there's a mission on page 134 called Duel of Wits. If it was me, I would just like delete the whole page and just say it's a roll off. That's the game.
Fitty.
We tied. Done.
I'm tied. Like a Blood Bowl tournament with me and Goldmember up on the stands.
Yeah.
We tied. I swear.
I've done it 5 minutes that we tied.
We tied, I swear. So in the Octarius book, this is the more mission-specific book for the 2 kill teams. Keep in mind, so you have a kill team and you have fire teams. So correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but a kill team generally has 1 to 2 fire teams within. So like the cheaper, so to speak, armies have 2 fire teams equals 1 kill team. Whereas Space Marines, your fire team is your kill team, right?
And it looks like the orcs are just 1 fire team for a kill team.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
I thought it was 2 5-man fire teams as 1 kill team.
Nope, it's 1 knob and 9 operatives.
Okay, so the orc boys in the compendium is 2 5-man
Right. Yeah.
fire teams, but essentially the same. We're talking 10 models or 11. It's the question the other day I asked. It's like, you know, you couldn't just, you got all these cool things, Games Workshop, but you can't make it like super clear when you say your fire team may include a knob. Like, is it replacing a boy or an addition? Just throw an extra word in there.
They half-assed it on the compendium for sure.
Yeah, throw an extra word in there. That's all. The artwork in the Octarius book is really cool. It's like new. If you're really into like Imperial Guard, kind of like lore and that kind of thing, you get that. Because they talk about the other ones. Talaran, Morty, Iron Guard, Australians. No Praetorians in there. The limited edition box set that had head swaps and Mortians. No mention of them. But of the Imperial Guard kill team here, the Death Sworn, as they're called. You have a trooper, comms guy, bruiser, medic, sergeant. I will say this, to the untrained eye, the models look very similar because they all are part of one unit. So I probably would put some extra markings on there. Like I'd probably put like a little like symbol on the medic, or although he comes with like a little
got his little doctor's briefcase.
Yeah, it looks like a little pouch of wine coolers. So he's gonna have a good time. He's out to have some fun. He doesn't care. He's watching, you know. The demolition guy is squatting as expected. The bruiser has 2 weapons. So I guess he'll be all right. Maybe you don't, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So and then you have your names. So let's have some fun. Mike, I'm gonna make you a Catachan. Give me a D66 roll, even if you just want to make it up and tell me.
42.
Cold Eye McKay.
Old Eye?
Biran, because you work on computers, I'm going to give you a Talaran name.
11.
What's your number?
11.
Alem. A-L-E-M. Alem. Why don't we give a last name? Give me another one.
41.
Alem Rahim.
That's
his friends call him Slippery Rahim. I'll be a Cadian, and we'll go with. Give me a number, Mike, for me.
36.
I am Fredor, and then Biran, a last name for me.
23.
Fredor Kaiser. It's not bad. I don't like Fredor. It's kind of like Fredo.
Yeah.
Kind of that.
That's a slur against Italians.
I mean, it's in the movie. In the
book.
Orc Kill Teams. What's your guys' thoughts on calling them greenskins now? I was a little weird, like just weird to me. Like, why aren't they just orcs? Why do you have to call them greenskins?
Just say orc with a K.
Yeah.
But
like Chris with a K.
It seems like does it seem like they're trying too hard to give them a new name?
Yeah.
I mean, the greenskins have been around forever in fantasy.
Is that like the racist term? Like that's a term the Imperials would use against them? Like
that could be like Eldar, so they call humans Monkey because it just means lesser than us.
Right.
So greenskins.
Like
so the writers of the book are Imperial.
Humans. I do enjoy fantasy racist terms. My favorite one for elves is knife ears.
Knife ears.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Why does every piece of artwork now starting to look more and more like Ron Perlman to me? I don't know why. From Thanos to orc bosses, he just has like a
giant jaw.
He has a monster face. You know, some people have monster heads. He has that.
Like he's like this far from being Elephant Man in proportions. They dialed it back a little bit. He's
right there. The orc clans have all the classics: Blood Axes, Goths, Evil Sons, Death Skulls, Bad Moons, Freebooters, Snake Bites. Is the one in the box a certain one, or is it as you want it to be?
As you want it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's got the keyword clan.
Oh, good. Let's the 3 of us will join an orc gang right now. Give me your front bit first.
Front bit?
That's what it says.
Oh,
it
first
means
name.
First name. Front bit.
That's not going to catch on ever.
I think your name is front bit.
I was going to say.
All right, front bit, and then give me your other bit. Give me a D66.
16 and 53.
Grod Stump Crumpa.
That's a good one.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Grod Stump Crumpa. Biran?
17.
Are you looking?
No.
Oh, why the fuck are you cheating?
6.
17 and 64.
There's no 17.
Oh,
I don't have my Impact D7s handy. What is it, Biran?
27.
Okay.
27.
There's no 7s.
Oh, 26. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Are you fucking with me?
Yeah. 26.
Okay.
And 38. 35. 35.
Snark Rats, which is so you. The Face Grinder.
That sounds like a porno name.
Yeah.
Face
Yeah,
grinder.
Face Grinder.
That's one of my favorite search terms.
I'll tell you what, just so I don't cheat, I'm going to crack open these oranges.
No longer nib.
No longer nib. I can't sell them anymore. 35, 44. Or is it 44? I think it's 44.
I think it's 44, yeah.
Nargrunts, Ripblade. I like Ripblade. Nargrunts kind of sounds like the dork of the group, though.
Yeah.
He's like when we build them, our guys.
You're gonna have
I'm
to
a
be
regular
this guy. You're gonna have to be the little grot.
Be a grot, or I'm just gonna be a boy with no cool weapons.
Yeah.
Because you said when you build them stock, 2 of the boys are just normal, right?
Yeah, if you build all the specialists, you have enough pieces left for 2 just standard boys. Or you could build 9 boys.
But the 2 boys are in the specialist kill team too, correct?
Yeah.
So
you could select up to 9 regular boys if you wanted to.
and then if you take grots, do those replace them, or is it part of it?
No, so if you took a grot, it would be 1 less boy, either a specialist boy or a boy.
Oh, I think in the compendium orcs, the grots are, you get 2. If you take out a boy, you replace it with 2 grots.
Yeah, this one, no, because it's not just a base grot, you can do extra stuff.
Oh, they're good grots.
Yeah.
They're all smart grots.
Like the grot
Mike,
gets, what's he got? He's got a grappling hook.
Give me each a D6. 1d6.
4
from each of you. What?
4.
2.
Our team name is the Red Gits.
Commies.
Yeah. And then can I get a D6 from Mike for the background?
3.
From the wilds. Left behind. I can't talk. Left behind by. It's the Left Behind series, actually. We're all gonna read those in the next episode.
Or Cameron. Yep.
Yeah. Or Orc Cameron.
Yeah.
Left behind by or cut off from their tribe, these commandos have only been rendered tougher, meaner, and more sneaky by their survival experiences. I'll tell you what's not making them tougher and meaner is no Oxford comma on this fucking description.
I don't think orcs recognize the Oxford comma.
It's the Grotsford comma. Biran, D6, where's our base of operations?
1.
Oh, Summers Bible. What? Summersbull. Look like Summer's Bible. Summersbull. Or Summersible, depending on where you're from. A ramshackle war sub cobbled together by mech boys and lurking through the waterways or chem canals. Oh, it's for Biran. He's a canal guy of the war zone.
That's cool. Yeah, I know like the Imperial Guard, they could have a command tank as their base of operations.
What's going on in this?
But
for our quirk, it's called the no what's. They're like your no what's. What does it say above the 1 there, guys?
No what?
No. Next to above the number 1.
D10.
And then I'm guessing if you roll a 7 through 10, you don't have a quirk. You are not quirky.
How come there's no D10 in the box then, though?
That's true. Biran, give me a D10 that only goes till 6 roll, please.
2.
17.
I'll go with 2. Scar boys, especially leathery. I like that. And hide scarred. These commandos are real veteran killers. They kill veterans, or they're veteran killers?
Well, you're going after veterans when you attack the guys in the book.
Yeah. Well, the orcs aren't veterans, though?
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're all commandos, and all the Imp Guard are veterans.
Can't you be a commando and a veteran? A veteran commando, if you will, or a commando veteran. There's a section called the rules on 1 page, which I think is a bit deceiving. It's making it sound like the rules or da rules are 1 page long.
Did you notice one of the art has a orc on a motorcycle? I wonder if we're going to get small vehicles in this.
He might. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
This is the commonly held orc view of warfare, which many of us are familiar with. I'll read from the scripture here. Orc says, never lose a battle. If we win, we win. If we die fighting. So it don't count. If we runs for it, we don't die neither, because we can come back for another go. See? I don't think C was part of the original quote. I think they added C. And then they put an exclamation point there. I don't remember that. See? Like, yeah. You're right, Biran. Veteran guardsmen versus commandos.
Did you, back in the names and demeanors, did you see what happens if you roll a 56 for orcs?
Oh, is it a slur? What fuck? What number?
56.
For of a bit?
Front bit. Oh, never
Frag?
mind. I read it too fast.
Frag bad. I like 33. I like pretend I rolled 33, 23. Biran?
D's nuts. No of a bit. Just D's nuts.
Just D's nuts. It's Zark nuts. I think Zark nuts is the new D's nuts. What a great word. Snick rat? Isn't that already used? Or snick rit? Who's the boss of the that other crew, Mike? Isn't snick rit?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this
Rock.
is a snick, because this is a pet peeve I have with Games Workshop naming. Like, I'd rather go to a website made in 1997 with a name generator for a certain race, because something Games Workshop does, for every cool name they have a plethora of them in every list for everything. You always find one that's pretty much the same as a name they've used in a bunch of lore. Like, you couldn't just like go through the list and be like, we already have a Gazco. They're like, well, this is Gazco with a C. Like, they do that every time. There's always one name thrown in. It's like, that's already a thing. Anyway, so these are your stats for the kill teams in the box. Comms veteran, bruiser veteran, spotter veteran, hardened veteran. You can just say the words. You don't have to say veteran after each one of these. You spend your, are these equipment points?
What?
EPs?
Yeah.
Okay. Hot shot capacitor pack, can't read. Trench shovel. I saw bits on there. So WYSIWYG, if you want a trench shovel, better put it on the fucking guy.
You would think all of them would have a trench shovel though.
You think? How you dig your
Yeah,
latrine?
but if you pay the points for the 2 EP, his is not glued to his belt. The other ones couldn't get it loose. They're like, I don't know. I don't have the key. Like, all right, man. Sorry, Bruiser, you don't have one. There's your spec op rules for your rare equipment, your assets, requisitions. Then we get to the Orc Commandos with a K. You have your basic stats in this game. Do you guys know what these are right off the bat or no?
I did.
Yeah, movement, action points. I know what G is.
Oh, group activation.
Oh, yeah, actually, activate multiple guys with an activation.
Yeah.
Defense, saves, and wounds.
Yeah.
Is there a since they have clan in like not parentheses, whatever the other one is, should I expect to see rules for clans? Because I don't think they're in this book.
No, I think you could, yeah. They could release it like an Evil Sons box.
Well, it wouldn't be. It would probably be. So in the last Kill Team, the Elites book was the, yes, it was Elites, but more importantly, it was for most of the races. I don't want, maybe even all. It had essentially that for everybody: Space Marine chapters, Chaos Marine legions, or clans, all the different whatever that word for every single army. Whatever that word means, it means a group of whatever they added for every. I'd imagine we'll see that, which means as you're getting your stuff ready to go play, you're going to pack this book. You're going to pack this book. And then you will be packing another book. It's going to have squad specific terminology and rules.
Well, what I'm going to be
Guess
curious
what?
about is they keep saying, I think Xtreme mentioned is that they have plans like this quarter, they're going to release this many armies for Kill Team. So I wonder if you'll get like a thinner version of this for whatever, like they release Space Marines.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a thinner version of this with, you know, the more varied models for the Space Marines.
I'd like to see, just to make the releases be a little more timely, I'd like to see keep them as this versus this. So Space Marine versus Chaos Marines.
Like a 2-pack, yeah.
Necrons versus Tau or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sisters versus Elder. What? And then you just have like, yes, you're gonna have rules for things you may not need, but you're gonna get stuff quicker because then there may be a squad box. I don't think I don't know. It might happen.
I think they said it's gonna be all new sculpts for all the things they're releasing for it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
So you'll have like a Primaris, you'll have like a Space Marine force that'll have like a heavy weapon Primaris guy, maybe a jump pack guy, and like instead of just like 4 Reavers, you'll get, you know, a Reaver, you'll get a Intercessor, you get a heavy Intercessor.
Sort of like using the old Death Watch box set as a template. So when that came out about 5, 6, 7 years ago, you had a Death Watch guy from each of the chapters, but more importantly, they were all like
all equipped differently.
And then even in 40K, I give them credit. What they did in 40K was, if you're playing Death Watch in 40K, sure, you can build squads of regular dudes, but they actually have like Kill Team Proteus or whatever, and it's like those guys. That's kind of cool. Maybe they'll do that.
And
so like,
it's interesting to note that both of the guys in here are one fire team is a kill team. So I wonder if that's going to be the model. The only reason they did that was for the compendium guys, because you don't want all just one.
Well, they also did it because if we're not doing points, so
yeah.
Let's pretend, Biran, you play the Orc Commando kill team, and I'm doing boys. We probably will end up with the same number of models, 10 or 11, right. But I'm going to have 5 that are like just regular boys, and then I'll have 5 that are all with Burnas or something to help even it out. Same with Space Marines. So if they eventually come out with a proper Space Marine kill team, you might have, like you said, 1 Eliminator, 1 Reaver, 1 Infiltrator, kind of like my kill team models are. Right. But then also I'm going to have the other ones, but they got to give me something too. They got to throw me a bone, because how fair is
the way they did the Space Marines? It's like there's no reason to take regular intercessors over heavy intercessors. There's you're categorically worse with this set.
I would think that maybe like an FAQ, like let people take more, I don't know, equipment points or requisition points.
I think they don't care. I think they're just like, this is just the stopgap, and we'll release Space Marines very quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and remember, like Harlequins was, you just took the same dude 5, 6 times.
Well, and lucky for them, they're really good too.
Yeah.
But, I guess the thought would be Games Workshop 2.0, as we always talk about, is the, forcing the narrative approach to all these games.
Yeah.
So if the idea is we want you to play narrative games, it's not about, is this even? Who cares? If there's no points in the game, why are you complaining that your kill team isn't as good as mine? That would be the argument for this type, right? Well, my guys are all specialists, and your guys are just regular dudes. Okay, I guess those regular dudes are going to have to nut up and kick some ass. And
that's fine and dandy, but it gets a little boring when you're like, oh, I'm fighting another team of all specialists, and here's my dudes. I lost again.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna have to play.
But I think they're going to. I think they are going to address that with the future releases. Like,
it sounds like it's just, here's something to get you by.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's like the index books.
The index. So if people remember, from the big changes in 40K, which was going from 7 to 8, and then back in the old days, going from 2 to 3, they released a book just to get you by. This is probably that. So do you need to buy the compendium? I mean, you don't have to. You can probably find what you're looking for online, but if you want to play with your mates with the models you have, yeah, not a bad purchase to have. Because who knows when your shit's
this way, because I think they're going to follow sort of the Warcry model where Warcry released army lists for every faction, right? And so many of those were so much more powerful than the bespoke chaos factions that came with the game. They were just so much more powerful. I think they might have addressed that when they transitioned from the card packs to a rule book to even it out a little bit.
Well, they did it. This is the opposite.
Right.
Warcry was, oh no, we won't sell the models we have. Well, yeah, because if you made the Sylvaneth Kill Team way better than just 10 random chaos dudes without shirts, whose fault is that?
Mm-hmm.
You could have easily fixed it by saying, these are the models that go with the game. We don't have rules for them. And everyone would have been pissed off and said, I'm not playing. Guess what? They're still saying I'm not playing. So who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I think this is smart. It's like, well, that's going to motivate you to buy the new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, people make Warcry comparisons, but to me, like Warcry is more Necromunda to me in that it's supposed to be its own thing. Kill Team, I don't care how much you love Kill Team or how much your group only plays Kill Team, it is still a feeder to Warhammer 40K.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It still is. Like you can only play Kill Team and have a blast, and that's awesome. But let's not pretend a goal of the game is to get people to buy 40K models and eventually have 40K armies. Nobody wants you to buy a $40 box and call it a day. So
I think just judging by the two forces they released with the game, I am excited now for what they're going to do with the other factions.
Yeah.
Do you think this game has a lifespan of more than 3 years?
I think it'll do about probably what Kill Team last version did.
Yeah.
It hung out there. I mean, I remember Adepticon, that one of the hardest things to get into was the Kill Team tournament.
Let's not forget that when Adepticon was we've missed 2 Adepticons. If there was one this year, I don't think it would be as hard to get in the Kill Team, but it was super fresh when you tried. Just a thought. Because that was, let's remember that last Kill Team, last Kill Team edition, KT18, if you will. Kill Team, Elites, Commanders, Annual. We're done. So this, I think, will last longer, but I don't see this. I don't see it lasting.
I see them doing like seasons and stuff with this, almost like a
maybe. I don't see it lasting over 3 years, but I don't care. If you own the game and you like the game and your friends want to play the game, then play the game. But eventually, all of the armies will come out. All of the extra stuff comes out, and then it's just should we rebalance it? This, whatever.
I think they're more motivated because they want to sell you these new Kill Team boxes that are just meant for Kill Team, but they'll make rules like, hey, the Commando boys can be used in 40K. Yeah. You just take these 10 guys and that's a unit.
I hope that we'll cycle through, and then there will be a box. So we already got Orc Commandos. Wouldn't it be cool to get an Orc like Mega Knobs Kill Team? Mm-hmm. Probably only get 3 of them.
Or do like a Kill Team Elite box where you get a Mega Knob to go replace your leader or whatever. Right. There's lots of potential with this, and I think the constant revenue stream will keep GW pushing it.
Yeah, I'd like to think that. My gut tells me that we're going to get a unit for most armies at most.
Yep.
And then a Elite's book. So your Mega Knobs Kill Team that we just use an example will be an Elite's book. Because I don't believe that's in the current book, or the compendium rather. And it'll be better than the compendium, obviously, but it won't be like everybody gets cool shit and it's gonna, but we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. But
the last 3 years, hey, I'd be happy with that. That's really fun.
Well, and also, they're great models, and we talk about that in other games. If you use them for other things, Necromunda models, I don't need to play the Necromunda rules to get some great use out of those models. So it's not a complaint by any means, but let's just write it out and have some fun and see what happens. We will do a Kill Team 21 episode where we actually have played some, so that'll be cool. We'll look forward to that. Anything else from the unboxing or overview you guys want to discuss?
I just think like I watched a lot of the Canadian Thumb Rings talk about it, and he went further in one of his every other Sunday shows about how mad he was at his existing kill teams. He has, and it's a lot of work. He has like 8 fully painted kill teams, and only
you mean Wisconsin Thumb Ring?
Wisconsin Thumb, yeah, sorry.
You said Canadian.
They're close. He's still upset about that. I'm like, I almost think of it as a good thing that it's a revitalized note. What's the motivation for GW to produce more stuff for Kill Team if you just could use your old stuff? You're going to get new models out of it this way. And just if you look at the 2 Kill Teams in this book and you're like, I want to see this treatment for my favorite faction.
I mean,
because Kill Team was always this feels more like an elite, like this feels more like the Predator team to me.
Right, supposed to be.
Right.
So Biran, you're looking at it from it's its own game, and it's going to be its own releases, period. I have a feeling that Wisconsin Thumb Ring is looking at it as in every other edition of Kill Team has just been a feeder 40K, but we like the rules and we'll play it on the side. And I already built these and now I'm mad. And I get that, totally understand that. I don't know who's going to be right because I really don't think every single faction in 40K is going to get a custom model by model kill team. I think there's going to be a few, and there's going to be some books to make your old
You'll get the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You'll get Space Marines, obviously. They're big on Necrons now, so
you might.
They'll probably do Necrons.
But then again, do Necrons even lend themselves to personality? So maybe you won't. Are you going to get a Tyranid one? I don't think
the problem with the Necrons is the only ones with personality are the high-ranking guys.
Yeah.
The rest are just like drones. So
I don't think you're going to get Kill Team specific models for Necrons or Tyranid. I think you'll get a Tau, you'll get a Marine. You probably won't get other guard factions.
And the Tyranids I hear in the compendium are actually pretty decent.
Okay.
Like a good variety in the
Well, because you could take, if you take Gene Stealers, you got that covered. You're going to maul everything you fucking touch.
Yep.
And then if you get a couple shooty dudes, you're good. I'd like to see Craft World and Dark Eldar ones, only because they've gotten fucked over.
And I want to see new models. I'd love to see new Eldar models specifically.
And I'd like to see them get something. You might, because who the hell wants just Guardians as a kill?
Well, and who would have guessed Death Corps of Krieg would be in this? So they might throw a play.
So I hope to see that for Eldar. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but I see it being a few, like you said, heavy hitters, and then a couple of books. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong.
It's going to be 7 different boxes of different Space Marines, isn't it?
Each box comes with different shoulder pads, so you gotta catch them all.
Yep.
Cool. Well, so that's our Kill Team unboxing. It's a hefty box. It's big. It's heavy, much like the players of the.
Big. It's heavy. It's wood.
It's pushing 200, much like the players of these games. And
on a good day.
On a good day, like they've taken a couple of dumps already. It's a good box. If you like 40K and the 40K universe, you will not be disappointed with the models and rules and everything in this box. Looking forward to what comes out next. Looking forward to doing a real full-on episode about this one. Cool. Well, follow Zlurpcast on social media and join the Zlurp Nation. We got some bonus videos coming. Get emails directly to you. It's like a 7-minute video, only accessible in your inbox, where Biran talks about the last time he pooped his pants. How do you miss that? The answer is you don't. You have to.
If we put that on the main page, we'd have 100,000 subscribers. But
I don't want
just for you.
That's the easy way. That being a YouTube star, that's the easy way out.
No
I want 200 solid subs, the ones that will die for us. Those are who I don't want 20,000. Like, oh, sure, I like their stuff. I give it thumbs down every time I watch it. Fuck you. I don't want that guy. I want 200 Zlurp Nation warriors, solid, maybe 300. If we hit 1,000, Biran pulls his pants up in an episode. We talked about that in the first one. So let's try to make that
That's
happen.
what's holding us back.
Ah, good point. No one wants to see what you're packing. I know I don't. I'm envisioning like a Euro split, but I'm probably wrong.
I wish I was hung like a Euro.
Yeah, at least have the calves of one, or calves, if you will. Well, yeah, so next episode, we will, we're talking about maybe doing like MTV Crib style, where we go into our hangout space and our shelfie and our area.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that coming soon.
We could probably milk that for 4 separate episodes.
Maybe we should probably do that. Maybe even have a guest, have
Yeah.
like Todd come on and milk it for like a whole series. That's a good idea. I like it. And then, yeah, because we're running out of games, we have to stall until new versions of games come out, like Kill Team, so we can do one on that game.
Yeah, I think we're playing tomorrow, right, Mike?
Yeah. Well, you're
Nice.
playing.
Yeah, because I built
What do
my
you do?
stuff.
All right, what are you, Game Master?
I'm just watching.
Ah, you're a
I
watcher.
like to watch.
Yeah.
He's a
I'm
voyeur.
the tuck in the corner.
Yeah, I like it. I like to do like just between the blinds, but enough where they know you're watching, but you still feel like you're not seeing. Like, come on, these be somewhat secretive. That's all I'm saying. Cool. Well, until next time, this has been Kill Team unboxing. Oh, it can't fit around my bulbous head.
Oh, I will be in trouble then. There's no way it's getting
Biran.
online.
Yeah, Biran, you're done. It's not going to happen at all. We will see you next time on Zlurpcast TV. Bye-bye.
Zlurpcast! Brought to you by Nuffles. Bet you can't just roll a one.